Hi, I'm Kendra with Where's the Moon Astrology, and today I'm talking about Jupiter and Scorpio for the Scorpio ascendant. Now, before I go on, I just want to say that if your sun sign is in Scorpio, this video is not necessarily for you. This video is for Scorpio ascendants. So if you don't know your ascendant sign, I'm leaving a link in the description of this video where you can find out what your ascendant sign is quickly and easily, and then decide what video is going to be right for you. Jupiter is entering Scorpio on October 10th, and what Jupiter is doing in Scorpio. Jupiter expands whatever it touches, so it's going to be expanding the things of Scorpio. Sex, death, transformation, power, sometimes manipulation, all things scorpionic. Jupiter is going to be expanding those things because Jupiter is the planet of expansion, abundance, more. Wherever Jupiter is, we're seeing more. So, Jupiter is going to be entering your first house, Scorpio, and that is fantastic. Jupiter in your first house indicates many different things, positive things. Okay, so the first house is all about the self. This is you. This is your physical body. This is your presentation in the world. It's also a house of new beginnings in your chart. It is house of passion, new beginnings, and it's just the natural house of Aries. So you're going to be taking charge, right? This is like just a very motivated, self-oriented house. You might become more selfish during this time, and this isn't necessarily a bad thing. You're going to be more concerned with yourself, more concerned with what is good for you, what is right for you. You're going to be waking up to a lot of truths because Jupiter just came out of your 12th house. Jupiter in your 12th house transit can be kind of a time when you are comfortable in certain delusions. Like you're happy to live in kind of a dreamy state where you're not really aware of what is really going on. You might be unconsciously aware of certain things that are not good for you, things that are going on, but you won't bring those to the surface. You can be kind of happily living a fantasy when Jupiter's in your 12th house. But when Jupiter enters your first house, you're waking up to a lot of truths. And that's something that's kind of typical of Jupiter and Scorpio anyway. Jupiter and Scorpio is going to be unveiling truths that have been hidden, things that have been concealed from people. Jupiter and Scorpio is going to be unveiling truths and causing transformation. So with Jupiter coming out of your 12th house and into your first house, for you, you're going to be waking up to a lot of truths. You'll probably become more philosophical. You'll be developing maybe a new belief system. And you will be overall more concerned about what is right for you. Back when I had Jupiter in my first house, I did exactly what I just described when Jupiter was in my 12th house. I was living this happy delusion. I wasn't unhappy. It was just that I was happy with things I shouldn't have been happy with. Then Jupiter first house. And one thing that I will say is that when Jupiter enters your first house and you start having these realizations, it's not necessarily going to be comfortable. Jupiter in your first house can be, in a generic way, perceived as a really happy, positive time. And I think that that's partially true, but it's also a time when you are ready. You're becoming more ready to make unpleasant changes because of these realizations that you're having. So it can be a time when you start the process of a really positive, happy change, something that's going to really enhance your life and do something really positive for you in the long term. But I feel it's more of a time of waking up. It's more of a time of coming to realizations and becoming more comfortable with the idea that you can take charge of your own life. You can move forward. You can go through the difficult changes. You have the strength and you have the courage to make a change in your life. And I think that is a really positive thing. It's not like it's just all doom and gloom and it's unhappy and it's not positive. That's not typical of Jupiter in the first house. I think that it can be a little bit uncomfortable, but it's a time when you are brave and you are more ready to face things that are uncomfortable. Another more generic interpretation of Jupiter in Scorpio in the first house. The first house is about your physical body. So there are two different interpretations for Jupiter doing something to your physical body. For one, you might be gaining weight. Jupiter is the planet of expansion, so you might literally be expanding your physical body. For me, when Jupiter was in my first house, I became pregnant with my daughter. So I literally expanded. I looked like Jupiter. But that could be something that happens. You might gain weight, or you might be implementing positive changes in your health routine that actually enhance your physical body. And this doesn't have to exclude gaining weight, but just a more positive approach to the way you handle your health routine and the way you treat your physical body. You might also become more indulgent. You might be partaking of physical pleasure more often, really just indulging in, because I was pregnant when I went through this transit, I really gave myself a license to just kind of eat whatever I wanted. So definitely can happen with Jupiter in your first house. You might just overall become more indulgent. Um, but yeah, overall, I'd say that this is a very positive time. You will be feeling more adventurous. You'll be feeling more courageous. You'll be feeling more brave. You'll be willing to take more chances, and you'll be waking up to truths about your life and your situation that are going to cause a lot of positive change and positive transformation in your life in the long term. So, and you might even be implementing new belief systems into your life. I became very, very obsessed with astrology when Jupiter was in my first house, and that, of course, has led to all kinds of amazing things in my life ever since. I woke up certain truths about my then relationship that I ended up leaving later on. I was in a long-term relationship, leaving after this transit, but it was when I started waking up and realizing that this was not a positive relationship anymore. So just, yeah, overall positive transit, waking up, feeling more indulgent, feeling more adventurous. It's a really nice transit. I would be definitely looking forward to this, Scorpio. So that's the end of my Jupiter and Scorpio for the Scorpio Ascendant video. Please check out the link in the description of this video. I do offer all kinds of chart readings, including transit chart readings that would give you a lot more insight into what this transit is going to be doing for you, as well as other planetary influences that are going on for you. Also, I am offering a beginner's level chart. So I have a little bit of information in that in the description of this video. You can either email me or you can sign up directly from my Facebook page. I hope you enjoyed the video. Have a great day.